contest. Keith Knox, one-time Scottish flyweight champion, one-time ABA flyweight champion, trying his luck a weight division higher. He's in the green with a black trim. And it's Jason Whitaker, who we've seen before on Sky Scottish. June last year, came up to Glasgow, took on Alston Buchanan and got stopped in 6 rounds. And right away you can see Whitaker much, much taller. And Mullen, the ref. Well, a bit of a make or break time for Keith Knox. He'll be 31 this year. I don't want to bang on about age with poor Weir sitting next to me, but it's kicking on a bit for the lighter divisions, Paul. I think even you'd admit that.
Well, I mean, they say that. I mean, I'm 30 now, Keith's 31, but you've got fighters like McLalla, who's 38, I think. You know, we don't know what age he is, but
he's probably older, actually.
Exactly.
Truth be known.
But I think, you know, what drives Keith on is he wants to succeed and achieve. I mean, he was a British amateur champion. I think he wants that British belt at the flyweight division. That's what he wants to win. So I think that's what's keeping Keith going.
Well, he's fought at the very highest level as Knox. A little bit of strapping coming undone on Whitaker's glove. Then Mullen waves it on. Fought twice for the British title. First time, a lot of people at ringside thought he was desperately unlucky to drop a decision to Mickey Cantwell. That was in London. It was on Cantwell's back doorstep. These sort of things happen. And he fought Jesper Jensen for the European title in Copenhagen, went the full 12 rounds for that. And about a year ago, in January last year, fought little Adi Lewis for the British flyweight title, and he went down on points again over 12 rounds, so had 3 consecutive 12-round points defeats. His last fight, back in October last year, we didn't see that one. It took place in Wales. We fought Jason Thomas, and he lost that. And I can only put that down to a little blip, maybe a reaction to the 3 losing title fights. But he's certainly been there as Knox, the stamina unquestioned if you can fight 3 back-to-back 12-round high-profile title fights.
It was a bit of an untidy first round anyway, Dave, but you can see Keith landing, when he's in close, he's landing with hooks over the top, but it was a very close round.
It was. Whitaker, certainly no mug.
I think Knox is going to try and have to work his way in, but that's his style, you know, he burrows forward, throwing a lot of punches.
Second round, these are 3-minute rounds, 6 of them. Whitaker, decent pro record, having his 6th professional contest tonight. Previous 5, won 3, lost 2. As I said, right at the top of this contest, one of those 2 defeats. In fact, the only one time he's lost inside the distance was before our cameras against Alston Buchanan. Now, the problem for Knox is to somehow get inside the jab. Talk about contrast in his opponents. Just a couple of fights ago, Knox was fighting Adi Lewis for the British title, who's all of 4'10½", and now he finds himself fighting Whitaker, who's got to be a good, I don't know, 7 or 8 inches taller than little Adi.
Keith is actually using the jab, Dave. He's actually scoring with it and getting through.
Not a particularly damaging puncher is Knox. He's won a couple inside the distance, but has yet to record his first knockout. Won a couple on stoppages. Good work rate, though. And that first title fight with Mickey Cantwell really could have gone either way. It's a sort of fight for had it taken place up in Glasgow. I think probably Knox would have got the nod.
Definitely. I think probably 2 out of the, Keith's 3 title fights have been very, very close. And there's probably been time for argument.
Well, he's certainly not giving Whitaker a moment to settle. Buzzing around him. A lot of work.
He certainly throws plenty of punches, Keith Knox.
Throws a lot of punches and throws them from a lot of angles too. Fighting absolutely the right sort of fight against Whitaker, not giving him a moment to settle, because he knows if he does, he could end up getting his head jabbed off. End of the round. Good busy round for little Keith Knox.
Again, when you see Knox using his jab, he's definitely getting through because he puts everything into that jab. Knox try to use the jab again, come over with the right hand. I think he's really got to try and settle down a little bit and pick his punches.
Out they come then for round 3. Keith Knox in the green and black. Jason Whitaker in the white with a red trim. Glenn Mullen, referee. Busy stuff right above us. Another good right hand from Knox. More surprised Whitaker than anything else. He comes barreling in again. Well, the performance so far makes that loss on points to Jason Thomas in October all the more inexplicable. Fighting really well, Paul.
Yeah, he's fighting really well. The only thing is sometimes he tends to forget his defence, Keith, and get caught with silly punches, but this is definitely the fight he's got to be fighting against Whitaker. Come forward all the time, and he's landing some very good punches.
He's proving a real handful for Whitaker. Just throwing a lot of leather. It's a tiring way to fight. And as you pointed out, Paul, can get caught, did get caught.
Yeah, you could have looked it in my mouth there, Dave. The only thing is Whitaker's not a puncher. That's the fortunate thing for Keith Knox.
Mullen reminding him to step back on the break. And that just serves to spark another blistering little flurry of Keith Knox, who's bleeding just slightly from the nose. Inside the last 10. Well, you wouldn't really believe that Knox could out-jab Whitaker, and it's just what he's doing.
Again, this was another untidy round like the last one, but you can see Knox landing a beautiful right hand there. Never landed flush, the inside of the glove, but a clean enough punch. Getting caught with a nice jab. That's the only thing Keith Knox has got to watch on his way in. He forgets his defence. Landed a nice body shot as well.
So we're in the back stretch now, round 4, 6 in this bantamweight contest. First time that Knox has officially fought as a bantam. The career as a fly. Seems very strong with the couple of extra pounds, Paul.
It definitely seems to be. I mean, Keith Knox isn't a knockout puncher, but I think if Keith settled himself down and hit anyone flush, Dave, you know, it could cause a lot of problems for any fighter. You know, he's up and down all the time, yet he throws that many punches.
Well, clearly very fit, as I've already pointed out. If you can go 3 12-rounders on the spin, certainly got no problems in the stamina department.
Yeah, I certainly think he's a hard trainer. He throws so many punches, Dave, he's got to be fit.
It's bewilderingly quick, and must be a real problem for Whitaker. Because they're not really orthodox. They're coming from every angle. He throws them from the shoulder, from the hip. And I'm not, to be honest, I'm not even sure that Knox himself has got too much idea when he throws the shots of where they're going to end up, and it makes it desperate hard to defend against. Whitaker, you can see, just tries to get that extra second or so to get himself set, but Knox just will not give him the time. Good little performances by Keith Knox. And the skin around Whitaker's left eye looking a little bit shiny, puffy. It's going to start puffing up any moment. Comes in with these big bowling overarm rights to Knox, and more often than not they're getting through.
Yeah, he seems to be landing more punches now, Dave, and getting more success with the right hands over the top.
I have to confess, I didn't see the fight he had in Glasgow, the British Championship fight he had with A.D. Lewis, but that must have been a cracking little contest because their styles are very similar.
It was a really good fight, and the thing is, he had Lewis out on his feet in the 10th round, didn't even realise it. But this was a better round for Knox. You can see Knox boring in again with his head down. Working to the body. The right hand over the top. He landed 2 or 3 times in that round with a nice right hand, then a nice left. Half jab, half hook. And Knox really does throw so many punches in there in a round.
Round 5. And by rights, unless some terrible disaster befalls him, Keith Knox from Bonnie Rig on his way to a pretty impressive victory against Jason Whitaker. Well, a little buzzsaw is Knox tonight. Mullen imperiously telling the Whitaker corner to shut up. Not allowed to coach. I haven't been quite sure why, but there you go. You're not, so you're not, and there it is. Not sure what harm it does for the corner to yell, keep your guard up or jab him. But powers that be say you can't, so there it is. Then Mullen quite right telling him to shut up. Knox just momentarily, first time this contest, just a little breather, just took an extra deep breath. He doesn't have long to go. This is 5, we're slated 6.
The kind of fight they've got as well, David, tells you itself, just mauling inside without even throwing punches, it tells you.
Of course. Just little telltale signs of tiredness now on Knox. Maybe the work rate has dipped by about 10–15%. Spending just that fraction of a second more holding on, and he's inside right now. This is where Knox's experience comes to play. These 3 title fights, just you can give yourself a breather when you're holding on.
He still land punches as well, Dave.
Certainly can.
And he certainly knows how to work in the last 10 seconds.
It's always a good little wheeze if you do that. Some fighters have this little inbuilt clock. They can switch it on in the last 10 seconds, and it's very, very useful.
Again, it was another close round. You can see Keith try to force the fight, land some nice body shots. Nice right hands round the sides. They certainly take your toll in the later rounds. Landing a nice left hand there, Keith Knox, as Whitaker came in with a jab himself.
So, last round, and it's been a good little scrap this between Keith Knox, green and black, Jason Whitaker from Halifax in Yorkshire, white. Knox, well in control. I think the only question that has to be answered at this stage, unless something really dramatic happens in this final round, is the margin of victory on Lynn Mullen's scorecard. Good stuff again from Knox.
And it's good at this stage that Knox is out jabbing Whitaker.
Well, he's out everything, him. He's out jabbed him, out punched him. More punches, better punches. And after that, just took a little breather in the fifth. Again, that's the experience. Little breather in the fifth, finishing the fight in the sixth strongly.
You can see him starting to blow heavily now. He's certainly throwing plenty of punches though, Keith Knox.
Good final, last little flurry from Knox, putting the seal on this win. You look at the record and you think, well, a bit iffy, 14 fights, won 8, lost 4, but of those 4, you've got to remember 3 of them were 12-round title fights, and the 4th one was that aberration last time out in October against Jason Thomas. Just underlines that records on paper can be very misleading from time to time. So we draw this bantamweight contest to a conclusion now. The bell's going to go any second. Right on cue, no doubt about the winner. Good win that for Keith Knox. Very well received, quite rightly too. Interesting to see how Len Mullen has scored that. No complaints from Jason Whitaker's corner. Good sporting acknowledgement of the defeat.
Again, you see Knox coming with that jab, right hand, and landing with left hand as well. Still a bit of a scrappy fight, but Knox seemed to land the more cleaner punches throughout the whole fight. Nice right hand over the top. Body punches as well. It was a bit messy, but Knox definitely landed the cleaner punches and more of them.
Yeah, it was good value. So, as I say, the question is, just what was the winning margin? Let's find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, your referee scores the contest. Jason Whitaker, 56 points. Keith Knox, 59 points. The winner, Keith Knox.
3-round margin. That seems about fair. Good fight by Knox. Excellent opponent in the form of Jason Whitaker. Credit to both boys. I enjoyed that.